2, 1, and we are live. Hello, everybody. Slightly depleted forces. We have excuses from Neil and from Dave. Paul has not given us an excuse, but we're starting without him, and he can join us when he's here. Over here, we've got Mohammed, who's playing Zaki Barakat.
Zaki.
Down
Yeah.
there,
Hello.
we have Tony, who's playing Yaqub Nassar.
Hello.
And down here, we have Havima. We have Havima, who's playing Jonathan. We're having Jonathan, who's playing Havima.
Yeah, something like that. Hello.
Very good. Now, who can remember what happened, last week, wasn't it, actually? Before
It wasn't only a week ago. Feels like
Does
been a
feel
long
like
time
a
ago.
couple of weeks, yeah.
So last
Good job.
week we were on the return journey from saving the horizon from a horrible, horrible fate. And we have suspicions that bad things are afoot on the station out in the ash belt of Oticon. We managed to sort of get on the same page, and then we managed to convince the Black Hands, Night Hands,
Night hands.
the Black Night Hands, the Night Black Hands, the Night's Black Agents, to let us come aboard, considering they were sending out a signal saying, "Don't dock. We've locked down. We're dealing with some stuff." So we kind of said, "Hey, we think we know what's going on. Let us help." And we caught up with some of the people in charge, and it turns out that there's a bit of a real skirmish kind of going on. So basically the Nazareem sacrificer kind of kicked off something of a riot or something, and so we have offered to help how we can, I think.
Yeah, we went to see someone called Jamala Norgu. That's what I wrote down. Who's one of the Night Hands top people. He said that these pilgrims from Dabaran, suspected of being Nazareem sacrifice, have basically persuaded the ship's djinn not to cooperate anymore with the Night Hands and had taken over a part of the base. And while we were talking to this person, one of their retinue basically drew a gun as if to attack the people there in the meeting. We shot them. And Jamala said, "Oh, this is happening all the time now. So these pilgrims are in some way using mystic powers to mind control people, which is obviously helping them take over the station."
And Zaki, you and Ghazi have some experience of that, don't you?
Yes. Yeah. On Dabaran, we had we fought the same pilgrims, and I can't remember the name of the leader of the cult that was rallying people to murder their families. But we had the same situation that Ghazi was nearly mind controlled by one of them, but he managed to overcome it.
So I'm going to rule that Ghazi is feeling very susceptible to mind control and doesn't want to join you guys in the next mission. It's nothing at all to do with the fact that Neil can't join us this evening.
No, and he hasn't just got the shits again.
It's not Ghazi in the Ghazi either. No. I did think it might be fun to just have him in the background and then have him actually mind controlled, but
then we might have to kill him.
Yeah. And I thought if that's happening to anybody, that should be Dave's character. So Oshan's with you right now. No, I won't.
Shoot him.
Yeah, that's pretty much a summary of what went down last week. You defeated that person. You kept that person
Yes.
alive because Paul, were he here today, Paul, where are you? Were he here now, I'm sure he will be reminding everybody that it seems that deaths keep somehow cause the rip in space-time.
Yes, and I think
open.
we'd got the impression that despite our distance from that tear, if there was a mass killing on the station, that would be enough potentially to reopen
Yeah.
the tear.
Probably that's a good time for me to mention that there's, as you're talking about this and recovering from having shot but not killed and now sedated, what was she? She was an ex-legionary or something, I think.
She was a mercenary.
She was
The
a
name of-
janissary, not a legionary. She was a janissary from one of the royal guards of the Baron, I think. But now working as a mercenary. So with her sedated, you occasionally, Masahir Station, you feel the vibrations of their gravitic motors whirring to life.
Yeah, because we did also determine that the control that these pilgrims had over the ship Jin would possibly enable them to maneuver the ship.
Yes. And you hear it make one of those minor adjustments to keep it in position in space, or you feel it doing that.
Did we agree? Go ahead, Matt.
Well, no, go ahead, Mohammed Saki.
Did we agree last time that we have to reboot the chip Jin and check if we can take control of it? Or I guess we didn't.
I don't remember, although that sounds like a good plan to try.
But I guess they told us that the main control is the other way of the ship. You have to navigate with the ship, or I don't know the layout of the place.
We were potentially going to be splitting the party, I think. I can't. It was only last week, but I can't remember.
I know, it feels like a long time ago, doesn't it?
Too much has happened. Too much has happened. Yeah. Christmas was too good.
There was talk of splitting the party, wasn't there?
The party was a bit bigger then, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was.
Than it is now.
And it may well be that those members of the party that aren't here are in the other side of the split.
But I think we could, between the three of us, I think we definitely could focus on doing the reset the Jin thing. Yeah.
Right. And where do you think what do you think the others are doing?
Causing a distraction by
maybe getting
mucking about. I don't know.
Well, they could go and attack. So we kind of know there's an area of the ship that these pilgrims have taken over, isn't there? So they could go and maybe kind of make a show of attacking there, even if they're not really intending to.
Yes, and
I achieve anything of that, but just to distract as a distraction from what we're doing.
Would it be more or less insulting to Dave to make Arshian go full auto without him rolling the dice? If we got to roll the dice instead.
I'm not that sure as a GM that I want you guys rolling dice for Dave. But anything that insults him, I'm fully supportive of. So Tony, I think I'm asking you as his real life brother. Would he be insulted if we rolled dice for him?
Probably.
I'm not going to have us all watching a player who isn't even here rolling dice.
He'd be more insulted if we got his character killed or got the ship blown up.
Yep, that's my plan. And I seem to remember that Dave was suggesting an attack from outside to get into suits. And no, Mohammed? Are you disagreeing?
No, I'm just having Zaki is having a flashback of last time Ocean was manning the ship and dropped Zaki in the hands of the cold flames. So,
Yeah,
Wait,
I'm
it's fine,
thinking-
Zaki. Pull yourself together. We're not going to drop you out of the cargo hold this time. Probably.
So
No, what I was saying is that David, I think, was suggesting walking along the hull on the outside
yeah.
to avoid the line that's been done here.
or there wasn't a steal the other ship, steal the Pilgrim's ship, and do
Well,
that.
the Pilgrim ship is right next to you. Well,
Yeah.
no, actually, we don't know that the Pilgrim ship is right next to you. The one that you parked by, you think might well have been the ship that was monitoring and that was fine. You saw a ship that was weirdly cloaked in a way you don't understand, because there is no cloaking technology in this universe, but you found it very difficult to get sensor readings on it. And I think it's worth saying, Tony, you found it very difficult to get sensor readings on it in a similar way to the way that the butterfly ship was masked from your sight when you investigated that on the Uharan Echo. So you actually asked that question about the tear in space. And I said, fundamentally, the nothingness you saw in the tear in space was different from the nothingness you saw in there. But yeah, so there's a theory that ship was masked, but having docked effectively next to it on the docking port here, you recognized that it had fired off the same sort of missile that had been used in the attack on the Azure Dream, or whatever it was called, the ship that you rescued.
Pearl Azure, wasn't it?
Pearl Azure, that's it, yes.
The Dream Horizon was the original one.
The Dream Horizon was the one that found it. Yeah, there we go. I'm getting
Yeah.
confused between the two ships.
I was about to say
I'm-
Azure Dragon, but the Azure Dragon is the expense one. So
I'm sure. I'm sure there was a ship in the Third Horizon called the Azure Dream.
I'm sure there is.
Almost
yeah.
certainly.
And when your ship gets destroyed, that may be the one you take over. No, that's not going to happen in this adventure. Well, who can tell?
Yeah, if the whole base blows up, then our ship might go with it.
So, shall we say Dave and Neil and maybe Paul, unless he turns up, are off doing that thing, and your task is to try and locate. Locate the ship Jin's main nexus and turn it off and on again, which is obviously what happens to ship intelligences in this time.
So, do the Night Hands, Jamala, have any information they can give us about where this might be? Where the best
Right.
place to do that would be?
The map of the station might help.
Yes.
I have been sort of for some time trying to find the map of the station that I had created, and I appear to have deleted it since we last played. So I'm just going to find it again here and do a quick screen grab of it, and then send it to my computer and then pick it up.
Technology, kids. Technology. Isn't it wonderful?
Isn't it? Actually, it genuinely is wonderful, because here we have a thing which I think I should now be able to open. Share that space. Slow share screen. Go on, share screen. What's happening with the sharing of the screen? There we go. So, this is the profile of the ship. Can you see all that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can see my cursor on it.
Yep.
Yes.
So this is the outdoor, and this is kind of the cross section. You are here in. Oh, sorry. You are in the bazaar here in roughly H4. You are aware. I'm just looking to see where. You are aware that effectively, the this main corridor here and this main corridor here are closed to you guys. That's kind of where the people influenced by the Nazarene sacrifice have set up barricades.
In the restricted area, so in the forward sections.
So effectively, they've got the forward sections. Yeah. Now, where Neandra is, I can't quite remember. Neandra is, I believe, the ship Jin. Of course, she is everywhere, but where you need to turn her on and off again, I'm a bit vaguer on. Give me
Neandra's
a moment.
eyes, S6.
S6. Well, yeah. So Neandra's eyes are effectively. So this whole system along here is a kind of production line of ship breakering and taking apart. And Neandra's eyes are the colloquial name for the
Oh, right. Okay.
for for the sensors that she uses for that operation. But where Neandra
see.
is herself, it may be there. That may be where you have to get to. But I am thinking it may be somewhere else. And I just want to take a quick look in the book to see whether I am reminded. Give me a moment. Let's see here. Station. Yeah, so they tell you that Neandra does occasionally require manual maintenance and has been partially shut down in places, but never been totally shut down and rebooted in any sort of in the way that you're suggesting. So give me a moment. Up here, she points out this area up here, which is effectively the Arboretum. There's a few Arboreta around here, but she says that this is where her intelligence indicates the visitors, the pilgrims, as she calls them, are holding sway. So maybe the system is up there, and this is where they've got her. S5, the Hall of Governors, is where she thinks the if there is a nexus of Neandra, it'll be somewhere around this part of the station.
So S6, did you say?
S5.
S5, the Hall of Governors.
S6 is
H6 is the Lily Garden, the Arboretum.
Yeah.
S5 is the Hall of Governors, probably where Neandra's core is.
The pilgrims are based in H6, and that may be close to where the core is if they're controlling the core, Neandra.
Okay.
So,
Are they willing to give us any knight hands lackeys for the journey? The short journey, 200 meters.
Where to? She says. She's nervous, basically, to let any knight hands go beyond the borders here, lest they get affected.
Havima, you've got mystic powers. Is there anything do you think we can do to protect ourselves and any others from this mind control that these pilgrims are exerting? Do you think?
Well, I suspect Cade's
Talismans
will be helpful. I expect that prayer and a strong mind to the icons will be helpful. Holding thoughts onto what we know is good and right, and not hope. I hope none of us are easily swayed by.
I'm sure we'll be fine.
You do have, I believe. Hold on. Give me a moment. I just want to. I believe you've got some new learning, which might well be a new talent, which may be useful in this regard, Havima. I just have to find it. And I can't remember what page it's on. So within the training that Paul was giving you, based on those Santulan texts, he taught you. He kind of gave you a crash course to get you to the ritual where you could close the, or at least attempt to close the portal.
Yeah.
But I think you got a little bit more than that, and I now can't find the reference to the powers. Give me a moment.
Bruce suggests wearing a tinfoil hat. I'll go with that.
Yes. No, I think that was suggested last time.
Was it?
Yes.
Oh,
so well done, Bruce.
sounds like a good plan to me.
He's just suggested it again.
No, I don't think Bruce suggested it last time. I think it was Dave suggested it last time. But what Dave knows about mystic talents can literally be written on one of his fingers. Now, of course, the problem is what I know about mystic talents is in this book, but I cannot find it. Yeah, I believe, though, you have a kind of part of your... can you remember the talent that I called it, Havima?
Yes, I got... you gave me Banish, which is a resonance talent. So I think what you actually gave me was one of the talents that the emissary NPCs get in the back of Emissary Lost.
Yes.
Which, hey, I'm not complaining.
So I think it may well be one of those. And have I got it? Emissary Lost here. Give me a moment. That might be why I can't find it in the book.
Hold, please, caller.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's right there. So, you, as part of that, you have an ability to sense possession. You can sense if a person or object is possessed.
Sweet.
And you may even be able to understand the intentions of the intruding spirit, but not what or who it is.
Okay.
And that is called sense possession. It's easy when you think about it, really.
Right.
Right. So, how does that help you?
Yes. Give me quickly the mechanical description or definition. So, is this something? Do I need to be able to see the target to probe what's going on, or can I just be like, oh, there's something funky around the corner?
Well, I believe it requires you to make a mystic talent roll.
Yes, sure, but again, at the cost of a darkness point, do I need to see the target, or can I?
I think you probably need to see the target.
That's
I think
okay.
so. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't think you can.
Darkness point and a mystic talent roll.
Yeah.
Mystic powers roll.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you very much. I'll be having that.
So any
So basically, the Night Hands will take you to whichever entry point into the territory or held by the.
Are there like any kind of ventilation ducts we can crawl through?
There are access ducts. Yes, there are. Of course, there are.
Zaki can
And the
fit
Night
in.
Hands will take you to those, but they won't. She won't endanger them.
Come out to Otakon. We'll have a few drinks. Have a great time.
Have some laughs.
And it's Christmas also, so it fits completely.
Exactly. Christmas in the Third Horizon. Okay, guys, 50-50. Which one do we want to end up at? Do we want to go to S5 or do we want to go to H6?
I think we want to go to S5 because that's where we think the nexus of the djinn is most likely to be.
Yes.
Yeah.
So what we really want is Oshan and the others to maybe go to H6, which is where to kind of make a distraction. So keep them occupied while we try and sneak in and turn the djinn off and on.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay.
I don't know about the possession, but if we've managed to take control of the ship Jinn and lower the temperature, people will not be charmed, or it's not very goes that way.
I think you might be taking the name of your cult a little too seriously. The cult flame. I don't know.
Yeah, can we reduce the oxygen level in the atmosphere so everyone passes out? Because that never ends badly.
I seem to. This is reminiscent of another situation.
Which it worked. The plan worked brilliantly, I think, you'll find.
With only 10% loss of life or something.
Exactly, which I think was, in the circumstances, was acceptable collateral damage.
Entirely acceptable in terms of the Progressive People's Republic. Absolutely.
Wow.
No, wait, we need to actually get control of the djinn first before we can
Yes.
do anything there, so...
We'll do it live. Yeah, let's go.
Okay, we'll do it live. Cool. Let's do it. Let's dance.
So, the Night Hands take you to an access hatch, which is there's loads of maintenance along this lower part here. So you're going to be crawling along this lower part here. And then somewhere around Neandra's eyes, you're going to be going up. I'm going to give you a map for this.
Nothing bad ever happens in the Jeffries tubes in Star Trek, does it?
Hardly ever. There's often a bit of exposition. That's all you need to worry about. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I kind of feel one of you needs to make a roll, but I'm just trying to think what sort of roll one needs to make.
Agility, dexterity.
Yeah, who is the most dexterous of the three of you?
I have 6.
I have 3, so not me.
I have 6.
That's total, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Same.
4 and 2.
Mine is 3 and 3.
So Zaki and Havima, you both got 6, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think then, Tony, Yakub's going to have to make this roll with 2 extra dice given by these more skillful people.
So is it dexterity or infiltration that we're doing?
And I think it's dexterity for this one. You've just got to clamber about these access ducts. And I'm convinced that if
Hello.
you fail the duct, there will be one of those
Yeah, one
whirling
second.
blades or fiery pits or something.
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
always some whirling blades on there for no apparent reason. Okay, dexterity then, with the 2 extra dice.
We have 2 talismans, right?
You each have 2
Each.
talismans, yes.
And remind me what we can use the talismans for.
An extra die on a roll.
Okay, I'm not using it at the moment. I got 1 success on that roll.
Excellent.
Just to confirm, before we came in here, I prayed to the judge, and that prayer is
Still
standing.
sad.
Just to, if we come to that,
Okay.
yeah. Anyway, 1 success on that.
Jolly good. Yeah, you two guide Tony to the point where you think you have to go up. Now, going up will be through Neandra's eyes. So, who's got the best infiltration roll?
Wait, me? I have 4 dice.
Mine is 6 again.
And Zaki?
4.
4 dice. Do you have infiltration as a talent, as a skill? Zaki?
No, I have 0 points in infiltration.
Right. Okay. Tony,
He's not
you
he's
do have
very
it as a
subtle.
skill?
I do have it as a skill, yes, but not
Okay.
very
And
high.
Avima, you have it as a skill too. Okay.
Yeah.
So, Zaki, again, it's down to you to make the roll. The others will try and help guide you quietly.
Extra 2 dice, right?
And 2 extra dice, yeah.
Okay, so 4, 6. Whoa. 2 successes.
2 successes. Excellent.
Mhm.
So again, you get through the area known as Neandra's eyes without being detected. And that brings you up to a service hatch.
Who designed these things?
This is effectively an air vent, and you're looking out now onto effectively what you might call the a council chamber. So this is where people you may met when you met them in the marketplace. Those people normally hang out in this council chamber. It looks at this from your vantage point. It looks empty.
So shall we need to drop to this room, right?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. Okay.
Well, this is the room where your best guess is that the Neandra's nexus is.
And how much of the room can we see from our vantage point without actually going through this hatch?
If you want to make an observation roll, I will tell you
oh.
how much of it you can see, but your view is limited from this hatch.
I have a talent called Third Eye that can detect if there is an ambush.
All right. Okay. Does that cost you a?
I don't have the rule book with me, so.
So
What's
you
it
go
called?
away, you
Third
take
eye.
your dice, but you
Yeah.
don't take the rule book. Really, Saki?
Yeah.
Is your priority your employer or your gaming chums?
Of course, my dimensions.
Well,
Oh,
next
we are
time-
live. We are live. We are live. I forgot we are live.
Third eye. So it gives you a constant +2 to observation, actually.
Mm.
Once per session, you can avoid the effects of being surprised, and it also gives you a +2 to observation. So I will give you a freebie in that you don't think that you're going to be surprised, but you might also want to make an observation roll.
Yeah, that's what about it. Can we help?
I think there's only one person can fit that the grill at any one time. So I think since Zaki's volunteered, it's him.
I have 7 in observation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better than me then. Go for it.
Same.
I'm on
So
6.
the talent gave me +2 dice, or
Yeah.
Okay, so 9 in total now.
Yeah, and that you should remember that. Put that down as a permanent bonus on that.
Okay.
That just exists.
Okay. So second, please. So the one on the floor was a success. So only one success.
Okay. So you do notice, although there's nobody there to surprise you, there is somebody hanging around by the door who you think is meant to be a guard. The reason you didn't spot them before is they're not like standing to attention or anything. They're lounging in a chair. They may be watching something on their tabula. They're not doing a very good job of guarding. And for that reason, you hadn't particularly seen them. They are dressed like one of the pilgrims that you saw on Dabaran.
Yeah. So only one, or only one.
Yeah, there's only that one there. Yeah.
So should we surprise him, or should I try to shoot him with my stun gun from far away?
Well, shooting him. So is your stun gun quiet? Is the question. Will firing that?
It may
Attract
be
any
out of range for
attention?
your stun gun. What is the range? I'll have a look. Give me a moment. You guys carry on planning.
Or should we try to sedate him and get more information about him? You're muted, Hadima.
Right. I have an accelerator pistol, so that is quiet. But again, I may need to drop down and get into range, so I have infiltration for that.
Okay.
Or I have a Mercurian.
I guess
sword.
ideally we want to incapacitate this chap without him raising the alarm, don't we? If we can.
Or
Well-
importantly, killing him, remember.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, I
because
have a Mercurian sword, so I can certainly.
Sorry, Matthew, were you saying we shouldn't kill him?
Generally, every death counts towards a widening of the hole.
But also,
Yeah, but I think
breaking a character, reducing them to 0 hit points, doesn't kill them.
Doesn't kill them. No,
Only
you're right.
Yeah.
does.
plus surely one. If there were many deaths here, well, we're far enough away from this anomaly that just one death is not going to have an impact, aren't we?
Well,
Do we not think?
how many other deaths are happening on the ship at the same time? You know, somewhere on the ship, Dave
It's going full auto. You can just
So-
hear it through the ventilation.
So
you can
yeah,
just hear
we do need to incapacitate him though. Again, if we can do that without killing him, so much the better.
just throughout the ventilation shaft, just.
Although Bruce agrees with you.
It's only one wafer thin death.
Anyway, yeah. So I think an infiltration roll has to be made to get within proper line of sight.
Okay.
So who of you is going to take that?
Go for it,
Okay.
Havima. You're muted again, John.
Sorry.
Fine.
We're introducing bedtime routine for baby. So
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, don't worry.
And baby is training you to come and call when she, or to come to her when she cries.
something like that. Excellent.
Well, it's important, to train your parents, aren't you, when you're
Yeah.
new.
Oh yeah, no. Apparently, I'm being taught how to play fetch by my daughter. So
No, the classic dropping things over the side.
yeah, exactly. It's lovely. I'm having a great time. I rolled infiltration, and Havima got a single 6.
Okay, a single 6 against their.
That's good enough, I hope. Oh, I didn't realize it was contested. I might push.
Okay, do you want to push? Do you want? I'll take a darkness point.
How many
what-
darkness points do you have?
Yeah, what
Would
is
you want to
the
be
pool at the
reminded how
moment?
many darkness points I have?
Please.
Give me a little while I count them.
Hold, please, caller.
The answer is so many, it doesn't really matter if we give them any more.
8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 24. Now with that
20.
extra one.
Oh, 24. That's nothing. We'll be fine. We'll be fine, guys. It's okay. It's okay. Yeah,
You can use them all against the Oshin and the other group.
I'm going to push, but I'm going to keep that 1-6 and re-roll these. And
Yeah, keep your
another
6, yeah.
I got another 6.
Right.
So two in total.
Okay, so that is what you needed. He heard the noise, looked around. You stayed very still for a moment. Goes back to his tabular, where apparently he's watching the great. Oh no, that's not the one I want to say. He's watching.
Well, that's quite a good one as well.
He's watching the Great Horizon Bake Off, according to Proust.
Well, we can't talk about Bake Off on the Discord server, so we might as well mention it here on the stream.
Yeah, that is a rule. That's one of the things that keeps the Discord server the nicest place on the internet. And while we're talking about the Discord server, let's show that.
There we go. You're welcome.
Thank you, Havima. Right, so yeah, you are now within range. Do you want to get closer to him and deal with him manually, or do you want to shoot him with your accelerator pistol?
Melee is Havima's stronger skill set. So I think I'd like to get within melee of him in order to jump him, surprise him, grab him.
Okay, make another contested infiltration roll then.
Whisper sweet nothings into his ear and tell him to get him to,
And stab him in the guts.
Wow. And that is 2 6s.
2 6s, right. So for your first 6, you get within range. Your second 6 will give you a bonus on your attack.
Excellent. And a bonus die or a bonus result?
A bonus die. Bonus result. Come on.
It's worth asking.
Am I generous? I am not generous.
Yes. Have you met
Learned
Matthew
by
before?
now.
Yes.
I like John Sarquist's comment. Initiate his bedtime routine. That's a good one.
Well,
Okay, yeah. So there we go. Sneak up to sneak up to them, and I've got no, yeah, I'll do it with the accelerated pistol. I've also got one of those fancy hand fans, but actually no, I'll do it with my Mercurium sword because that is range close, and I get a better bonus for that. So I'll sneak up to him, and
As we're watching this from still behind the hatch, as soon as this fight starts,
one of you,
I'm basically primed to follow Behemoth through that. We can't hear you, Matthew. Are you muted? Can't hear you at all.
No, you've lost your microphone. That's what happens when you lean back, mate. No, it's gone.
Can't hear you.
You might have to leave and come back. I don't know. Check your.
But he was having some problems with his microphone before we started as well.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
I joined in the last minute, so I don't know.
You didn't join at the last
there you
minute,
go.
Dave. You
You're
didn't
back.
join at the last minute, Havima. You joined some minutes after the last minute.
Okay. Wow.
But you have been forgiven. But
I'm not entirely sure with that comment. I'm not entirely sure I was. So
anyway, as soon as the fight starts, I'm going through the hatch after him with my Vulcan carbine drawn, but not before. I don't want to in any way compromise his sneaking.
So,
but as soon as the fight starts, I'm going to come through after.
A moment of player narration, if I may. Havima manages to sneak up, either behind or beside, as he's distracting his tunnel vision on the Great Horizon Bake Off. It's Baklava week.
it's always Baklava week in the Great Horizon Bake Off.
And he'll just hear if just over the sound of whatever it is he's watching, he'll just hear the sound of the Mercurium sword ignite and come to light. So Mercurium sword it's not really a lightsaber. It's kind of like a liquid. It's a hilt where a liquid metal kind of comes out and takes the shape of a sword. Is that right? So he'll just hear this, like the sound of hot metal just kind of going, and that just kind of comes up around just under his neck. And Havima will say, "Stay very still. Stay very quiet. I have some questions."
So you're not looking to do him an injury, you're looking to suppress him, right?
Yes.
Okay, roll for your sword skill.
Okay.
But we will take that as a bonus on intimidation, on manipulation.
Okay, so that's 6 die I'm rolling because you gave me a bonus die for my 2 successes.
Mm-hmm.
And I got nothing, so I'm wanting to push.
Okay.
That's probably wise.
Who did you pray to beforehand?
It was the dancer.
In which case, add 2 dice to your push roll.
Ah, excellent. That did nothing. That added nothing. I got 1 success.
It did add. You got 1 success.
Yes.
Okay, so that.
So I mean, those dice did not result in additional success.
Those 2 extra dice, but you have pushed and you have
Yes.
succeeded. Okay, so now make a manipulation roll and add 1 to it.
So manipulation is much better. It's 8, so I'm rolling 9. And I get, that's much better. 3 6s.
Okay, 3 6s. He immediately carefully puts his tabula down pausing Great Horizon Bake Off on the bulletin.
Pause it.
And he puts his hands up and says, "I am. I'm unarmed." No, he doesn't. He says something like, "I have a." What does he have? Give me a moment. Oh, where are they? He says, I have a thermal pistol in my hip holster. But he's telling you that. He's not threatening you with that. He's just telling you that.
I am going to leave that there for the time being. I'll just be like, I'll just say thank you. So I'm not I've got the sword just at a bit of a length. Yeah. But I'm not like all up.
You're not right up
I'm
behind
not
him.
over him kind of thing. Yeah. But now I know if he reaches in that direction. So like, can I visually confirm that?
Yeah. So his hands are up.
His hands are up and I can see, oh, there's a holster there. Yeah. So I can say, cool. Let's not reach for that just now. Right. Questions.
You others are coming out the hatch now. And
I think so. Now we see that this is. What's the? Can we just have a look around the room now and just check for other entrances?
Yeah.
Check there's nobody else around.
Broadly, this is the main entrance, but you notice there's two other doors. So it's a long room designed to hold a lot of people. There's a big table at one end, round table, council table type thing. Beyond that table, which is now at the far end from where you are, this chap was guarding the big doors. There's a couple of other sort of ancillary doors on beyond the table at the other end of the room.
Cool.
Okay.
Is this going to be a situation like?
Sorry, Jonathan. Hold on a second. What was it you wanted to say, Mohammed?
Try to disarm him first.
Okay, so you're joining Jonathan then.
Yeah.
I'm going to watch the other doors at the other end, I think.
Okay. Are you in Overwatch mode?
I think probably not really. We're not kind of in a combat situation. I'm just keeping an eye on them so that if someone does come through, we don't get surprised.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, carry on, Havima. As you're talking, Zaki comes up and, without saying anything to you, relieves this man of his thermal pistol. But what are you saying?
Who, me or Zaki?
You, Havima, because I interrupted you when Zaki said I'm going to take the pistol.
Cool.
So,
so Havima asks, are you one of these pilgrims, or are you swayed by their message?
He says, what does he say? How is he going to respond to that?
Say something like,
he says with some spark, he was, he's quite intimidated by your sword. But as soon as you ask him, "Are you one of these pilgrims?" he kind of takes offense at one of these pilgrims, and he says, "I am a follower of Masak Sasani." Yes. And Zaki, you may remember him from Dabaran.
Yeah.
But everybody had, there's sort of dust masks and things there. So and there was a big crowd of them. So you may not, but he's dressed in a similar way.
okay.
Although not with all the big dust paraphernalia that they had.
And very well. I have two further questions that are burning in my heart right now. What do you hope to achieve here, and why have you been left to guard so what's the word? Why have you been left to this post, which you take such pride in this job? Obviously, looking at the tabula.
He looks from you to the tabula to Zaki, back to you again. He says, "Which question do you want to do you want me to answer first?"
What do your people hope to achieve here? What is your goal?
We are going to bring the station to the portal of light, and through our sacrifice, open it and bring light into the horizon.
Okay. And
Key.
that you were posted here at the doorway to the assembly hall.
I do not question my master Masak Sasani. Everyone must play their part, and my part is here.
And your part is played so well. And just with that note, I'm gonna try to I'm gonna melee him, knock him out.
With a weapon?
Yeah, with the hilt of my Mercurium sword. I don't want to actually cut the bitch.
Okay, with the hilt of your Mercurium sword.
I'm not looking to cut.
Okay, well, I'm going to give you the bonus of your Mercurium sword, despite you using the hilt like an improvised weapon.
Fantastic.
Because I reckon somebody trained in that probably has that training as well. I mean, admittedly, I have fenced for years and never once been trained in using the pommel of any one of my foil, epee, or saber to knock somebody out. But I'm sure that's in the advanced lessons.
Yeah, you'll come on to that in a bit. Yeah.
Matthew, this is a fictional game.
Yeah.
Let the players have their fun. Let the players have their fun.
I'll let you have your fun with the bonus.
You are. Thank you. So I'm going to clear that. And my melee is 5. My Mercurium sword is +2, so that's 7. And that is 2 6s, so that's 2 successes. Which
actually, oh no, hold on, we're in a different system here, aren't we? Yes, which does not break him.
Okay.
Unless you want to use one of those successes for a crit.
A crit. I might accidentally kill him with the hilt of my sword.
Oh well, these things happen.
I will allow you, given that you're trying to do this, roll your crit and you can change the tens die down.
Okay. Matthew, would you like to pull cards for my crit?
No,
pull a
because I haven't
card?
got the card deck here.
Oh, okay. That's right. I'll roll for it then.
I don't know what I've done with the card deck. It should be here, but my my desk isn't the neatest thing at the moment.
I rolled a 64.
Well done. You have the full range of killing blows. Crits. Let's just have a quick look at crits.
Well, cut that down to a 54. Ooh.
Right, 64 will give you a severed aorta. 54 gives you internal bleeding. Okay, I'm going to say you knock him out.
Okay, thank you.
Because there's nothing. You can crush his knee, you can shred his ear, you can knock his teeth out. Is a byproduct of you knocking him out, or the 24, but you actually stun him as well.
Okay. Cool. Well, we should probably lock him up somewhere If we know, we kind of have
Yeah,
an
at
idea
least
of what's
tie
going
him
on.
up.
Tie him up, gag him, stick him in a closet somewhere. Okay, so they're looking to move the ship towards the portal that we just closed. We have a
Yeah, so that's probably not a good thing, is it? I think we'd agree.
no.
So,
Mm.
so let's tie the bloke up or find somewhere to at least get his body out of the way.
So there's
Okay.
the main door that we're nearby.
There's a couple of other smaller
There's
doors
a
at the
couple
other
of
end.
doors up the other end where the assembly table and such are. So let's go check those out. It may be that there are chambers at the back of some description, or maybe a janitor's closet to the side, or maybe even a mother console.
Yeah, so is there anything... So look around this room first. Is there anything in this room that looks like something you could interact with the ship during?
I'm just
Great big
wondering who
holographic
this
display in the middle.
who this
Oh yeah, we're getting some
getting some
crap
stuff.
comments.
Yeah.
There was one earlier from while you were talking about the Black Swan video from John Sarquist. There was another one up there, but that's fine.
Yeah. Oh
Carry
yes, I found that one. Let me see if I can block him.
They're not very good. They're not even leaving like proper links. Anyway, it's taking away from precious game time.
So yeah. So which you got? Door to the right, door to the left.
So the first one, we're looking in this room that we're in. So if there's anything...
Oh right, sorry. In this room there is a large table. There doesn't seem to be like a massive lava lamp that might indicate a ship intelligence.
If there was, I would full auto it immediately.
That's a
Kasim, is
different
that
character
you?
entirely, Tony.
Was
that
it
was-
Kasim, or was it something else?
Kadim.
Kadim. That's it.
Yeah.
Kadim, is that you?
No, this is Nyanja, and she's not a true intelligence like Kadim was. But there's no evidence that she has a presence in this room. Otherwise, Zaki would have spotted it on his observation.
Yeah.
All right.
Scrubs out.
I'm happy to go and check quietly on the door to our left. Door number 1.
Do you want to make is that an observation
Infiltration.
roll? I think.
Which door are you looking at, John? The big door.
No,
This
so
closed garden.
the big doors we're guarding, you imagine, are the exit to the rest of
Yeah.
the station. So you're talking about the one to the left of where you stand now. If you look at the other end of the hall, the one on the right and the one on the left, yeah?
Yeah.
Infiltration or observation?
Given that, yeah, you're listening quietly, I'll take that as given, but what you're trying to hear is there any activity on the other side of the door? So I think that's observation.
Okay.
Can I assist?
The two of you can definitely listen by that door.
While they're doing that, I'm going to watch the main doors at the other end, just in case
Okay.
if anyone else comes in.
Okay. I rolled 1-6. Thank you guys very much.
Okay.
One six. You don't hear any activity on this side of the door.
Okay. If I peep through it, what does it look like on the other side?
There's a bit of a corridor with some other doors off it.
Okay. Do I get a sense that this is like the council chambers?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say as much to the others, and I will. Potentially go off and check out the other door.
Okay. Make an observation roll.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Yakub, you've tied up this body. He's got a communicator, though, that squawks into life, saying there is an attack in the Arboretum.
Yarp.
Excellent. Thanks, Polar Notes.
Yeah. So did you score your did you roll your observation?
Yes, I did. I got 1 success.
Okay. You can hear voices behind oh, hold on. Yeah, you can hear a voice or voices behind that door.
Okay.
Just dropped a dice. But never mind, I'll pick it up in another time.
I will relay this back to them as much, and I'll suggest we check out the council chambers. It may be that there is a room that operates as some sort of access point, at least, like, if not like the central node, perhaps an authority access point.
Yeah, I'm going to kind of head up that direction and say, look, I think we should try and act fast now. It sounds like there's the distraction is underway. Don't know how long that'll give us, so we should move fairly quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, Tony, I'm going to say you should make an observation roll. You.
Okay, I'm pushing this observation roll.
What am I going to do? 20.
And I have one success.
Okay. I don't know whether it should have been you or Havima making it, but I guess because you were kind of keeping a general watch on this,
Yeah.
And Havima told you there were voices behind that, you can hear the conversation stop behind that door, and you feel somebody's going to come out of it.
Okay, I'll say this to the others. Yeah, now listen, they've stopped talking. Someone's coming out. Get ready. Point my gun at the door.
Okay. Let us. Oh, this is where I need those initiative cards. I think...
Probably Zaki didn't fire a live gun in his life, so he probably pull his.
Have you got a gun, Zaki?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a stun gun.
With a stun gun,
that'll
but he
do.
has.
That'll do. If it takes them down, that's enough. We don't want to kill any more people than we need to in this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll dice for your initiative because I can't find my cards.
Okay.
So, Zaki and Havima, you're on 3s. Tony, you're on 1s. 1s go last in this game.
Oh, good.
And they are also on 3. So, 2 people burst out of the door, but you are waiting for them. So, you get the first attack because you've surprised them.
Okay.
Excellent. With my Mercurium sword, which is still to hand, I'm closing in because I don't think I got very far from the door.
No, I think you're near the door.
And I'm going to close in, and I'm going to attack to disarm one of them. Take
Okay.
a swing.
Take a swing. You want to spend your bonuses on a disarm with your bonus
Yes.
successes.
Well, there are no bonus successes. I do have one success.
Okay, how much damage do you do?
My Mercurium sword does 3 damage.
3 damage. Okay. You don't. He kind of. You're aiming for his hand, whatever he's holding, and he kind of twists and turns, and you strike him on the shoulder, where he has a little bit of armor, effectively. Not proper armor, just protective clothing. So you've done that bit of damage. Zaki, you get to go.
Yeah. Can you tell me the state of the
And
attributes?
our viewers remind you that you have a thermal pistol as well as a stun pistol.
Yeah. Can you tell me the attributes for the stun gun?
For the stun gun,
Sorry. Next time I'll pack my PDF at least.
give me a moment. All right, see ya. I was looking for it earlier. Stun gun is bonus +1, initiative +1. It does 2 points of damage.
So the bonus is after if I get one success, right? Okay.
Yes. Well,
So
no,
I
you
roll
the bonus is on your dice roll. So it's an
So
extra.
the next to the dice. Okay.
Yeah.
Next to the dice. Sorry. Okay. Zaki's doing what Zaki's does. So no successes.
Okay. Tony, there's 2 people.
So is one of them Harima is attacking?
Yeah.
I'll
Has
shoot
attacked.
I'll shoot the other one with my Vulcan carbine. With my
Okay.
homing ammo.
Have a shot.
Do I have time to aim?
You do. You have 3 actions. Obviously, you won't be able to dodge if you use them all, but you have all that time.
So aiming is
2 extra dice.
yeah, and that's a one
quick action. One action.
and a normal shot is 2 actions. So this would be all my actions if I aim. Okay, maybe I won't aim then. Maybe I'll save one just in case. So I'm not aiming. I'm just shooting with a normal shot, and I get 3 successes, which is
Bam.
3 damage and a crit.
Okay, so you can use those extra successes if you want to disarm him. Shoot at specifically, not do any extra damage, but shoot at whatever he's holding, or to deal a crit.
I think I'll deal a crit. I want these guys to go down, basically.
Okay.
Get out of our way quickly. So I'm going
Roll your dice.
to deal a crit. I shall roll the black die first. That is 22.
22. I think you knock his teeth out. Oh no, that was 24. Let me have a quick look at the crit table. 22 is you disarm him.
Okay, fair enough.
You shoot
Obviously,
him
what
in
I
his
was trying to
hand,
do
and he
all
cocks
along.
his thermal pistol, and you break his nose. He's now at -2 to ranged or melee combat. Right.
Are these guys just dressed like the guard we saw?
They're more of the pilgrims, yeah.
These are the pilgrims. They're not mind-controlled people, we think.
No.
Okay.
And
Shoot first, ask questions later.
Right, but they
Yeah.
get. They don't get that. Yeah. So now it's back to Havima and Zaki. They will try simultaneous actions.
Okay.
Okay. Please go first, Zaki.
Okay. So same dice. Oh, come on, man. Again, blew it.
Shooting things isn't your thing, Zaki.
Okay, no. Okay, no. I got one. One success.
You got one. Okay.
Yay.
So that does 2 mind points of damage. Because it's a stun pistol. Which he seems to shake off.
Okay.
Havima? And which one of those was it? Was that the chap
The one that,
with the
yeah,
The one that was already disarmed, or the one that
Yeah.
I was trying to disarm?
yeah.
the one that we
Makes you
disarmed.
cross Havima, isn't it? That Tony just does it.
Just,
Not even aiming for it. Just does it by accident.
just
Yeah, I was just trying to kill him.
Good shot, you say. I was aiming for his head.
cool. So Havima's just gonna carry on with the melee, attempting to just kind of do whatever he can. Whether
Okay. Make your attack.
I think diplomacy's not the goal right now. I got nothing. I would like to pray.
Okay.
Again, although this is it's melee and strength, it's not dexterity, because there's no. If there is a talent, I don't have the talent that lets me use dexterity instead of strength. So, or do I? No, I don't. I can evade close combat attacks using my. I was just thinking there isn't, because I've made Havima as a dexterous character.
Yeah, but you still get
melee
plus
is
2
strength.
for praying to the dancer. Because you did
But
the
it-
preparatory prayer to the
But
dancer.
it's a strength based.
Yeah, but that counts for melee, whether it's strength-based melee or dexterity-based melee.
Oh, does it?
Prayer to the
Okay.
dancer is for melee.
Oh,
Don't overthink it, is what I'm trying to say. Don't
Okay.
overthink it.
not overthinking it. Right.
Judge
1,
for
2,
range
3, 4,
combat,
5,
dancer
7.
for hand-to-hand.
So I'll add 2 then. And re-roll. And that's better. I get 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. What do you want to do with those extra successes?
Well, so
How much damage does your sword do?
3.
3. Okay.
So
he's
it
broken
did
straight
3
away.
last time. I've broken him now, and it's 2 to crit. So I would like to roll on the crit.
Okay.
So let's get rid of those. Add 2, 22.
Right. Yeah. Well done. You've
Disarmed
disarmed
him.
as well.
I can
It's
disarm him, but
broken and
like you did. Yeah.
Broken and disarmed.
But he collapses to the floor. So there's one still standing, and he gets an action this round as well because he's not surprised by you. And you see him reaching to his AirPod and saying, "There are intruders in the council chambers."
Bruce just said swap the 22.
That's not helpful, Bruce. Not helpful at all.
When is Bruce ever helpful?
Good point. Bruce was saying he was coming here because he's starting a game, or he's continuing a game next Monday. So this is his last chance to offer poor quality heckling.
And he succeeds wonderfully.
You rolled a crit on that one, Bruce.
So our position has been given away. But it's now Yakub's turn.
Yakub, what are you doing?
I'm shooting him because he's obviously trying to alert everyone to our presence. So I'm shooting him.
John has a suitable answer to Bruce there. Okay.
Okay, that's a pile of shite. So I'm pushing that.
Okay, thank you very much.
I
have
pray to
no
the judge.
idea what I'm going to do with these darkness points in the last 6 minutes of this adventure. But
I pray to the judge. I'm getting another extra dice. I still only get 1 success. So it's 3 damage.
3 damage.
It's all right, Matthew. Use them in the next arc when Havima's not participating. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay, but he's broken as well. So they're both down.
All right.
So-
We don't have
Okay,
long.
we better find this a terminal to connect to the gin
I think
pretty quickly then.
Our best chance is to split up, stay on comms,
Yeah,
find
search
it, and then
all
regroup.
these rooms.
Okay, I suggest then that you all make observation rolls as you do that thing, splitting up and trying to find which room might have the.
The +2 does not consider in this roll,
No.
right?
No, I think that's an always +2 you have with your third eye.
Oh.
Well,
That's what I
it
was
does
gonna
say
say
when
earlier.
you're. You sure? Because I think I did look. It does say when we're looking for
5% something.
tax and stuff.
I thought it was. Wrong book. That's not- Give us a moment, audience.
Do 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 do.
Your call is important to us.
Oh, right, yes, no, +2 on.
Do do do.
So this is the one that Dave has, actually, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah, it's when trying to detect attacks.
So no, not the +2 on this one. You're right.
Anyway, I get 1 success on my observation roll.
I got 2.
2.
I got 1.
1. Okay. So Havima, as you're going through all these rooms, just kicking doors down, or not kicking doors down. It's not made of
Opening
wood.
doors carefully.
Sliding doors open. You eventually
Activating
come
the door
across
sensors.
the nexus for the ship intelligence, and you call Havima.
Zaki, quick, come here.
Yeah, quickly Zaki runs to the terminal.
I'm going as well. Is it in a room?
It's in a room, yeah.
Okay, let's get in the room, shut the door, and keep an eye. Watch the door as Zaki works. Although I can probably, if you can watch the door, I can probably help Zaki with his.
Ave Maria.
No.
No.
Yeah, Havima, come on, focus. We're on a tight time scale here. Right, Zaki, see if you can just ignore him and see if you can hack into the Havima.
Okay.
Snap out of it.
Okay, I will roll with
Watch
your
the door.
help or,
Yeah, I'm going to help Zaki.
So
Havima, watch the door.
Neandra is aware of your presence here, and this will be a
Contested.
an opposed roll.
you're all going to die down here.
I would like to go into Overwatch. I'm swapping from my Mercurian sword to my Vulcan carbine
Okay.
and going into Overwatch.
So 2 successes.
Okay. Neandra argues with you, saying, but I can open a new portal here. This will benefit the whole horizon. The knowledge we have here you can't stop what these people are doing. They have given themselves willingly. Don't shut me down. But while she's arguing, you can see that you're. I don't want to go all the way back to 2001, but it seems appropriate that you're pulling colours.
Pulling out the boards.
What you're doing, Dave?
Oh, she says, I know what Dave is doing. He's using autofiler, but what are you doing?
Okay, so I try to ignore her and try to reboot.
Okay. I'm going to get you to make another roll.
Okay.
And
Sure.
And this is where all the science experiments that were locked away are woken up in the reboot.
Another 2 successes.
Excellent.
Maybe.
Right. Yeah. So that, I think, frankly, that's good enough. I should. I just wanted to spread it out a bit more. So her voice shuts down, and immediately
Daisy.
klaxons go off as symptom. As the systems that she was running, like life support and things like that, alert people to the fact.
Yeah, now, Zaki, you can get it back up and running again, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, you wanted that? Oh, well, that's out of my wheelhouse.
So yeah, Zaki, you've got to put some of these cards back into their slots and roll one more time on Data Spider. Given that we're 10 o'clock, I feel that this might be.
Definitely I need to push that. So
It's all right, Zaki.
Who did you pray to? Did you pray to the messenger?
Message. Yeah.
Okay, so when you push it, you get 2 extra dice.
Yeah.
Mohammed, we won't have to deal with these darkness points. It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, Mohammed will. I think he's carrying on for the next adventure.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, I won't.
3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. 3 successes. Critical success. And Yandra
I wipe
says,
my sweat and.
Systems normal, she says. Thank you. I was a little bit confused earlier. And so diagnostic check. So essentially, with Neandra's help, let's cut this short. The full control of Masahir Station is returned to Neandra. The engines stop maneuvering Masahir closer to the portal, and I think on advice they actually move it further away to be less of an influence. Industrial accidents, after all, do happen. And I think what we're looking at here is Havima, you're probably going to stay on the station awaiting some Santulans from the Circle of Seekers that Noble's character, whose name I can't remember, Cade has messaged, and together the Circle of Seekers will look at closing the rip in space-time.
Excellent.
And the rest of you are headed back to Kua, I think, although it's so long since I read the last scenario in the book that I can't remember exactly where you're headed back to, but I think you're going back to Kua. And we'll start that in the new year.
Is Masak Sasani in the Masahir Station, or he wasn't there?
Sorry? Yes, he is. I'm imagining that he may have died or been injured in the firefight with Dave.
Okay.
Had we not been going back to 10 o'clock, I might have had him open the door and trying to mind control you guys and stopping you guys doing the deconstruction. But also, you managed to do your roles, so there wasn't much time for him to get to this end of the ship. So we don't know quite where he is. But yes, with Neandra's help now, the pilgrims are rounded up. There was another mysterious ship that had come from wherever you were, Tony, with Dave, with those guys. That has left. That had left earlier, Neandra says.
Where we were when? Do you mean Ordana?
Ordana, that's it. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
no, are we all on Ordana now? I can't remember.
No, Oedicon. We're in Oedicon.
We're Oedicon, yes. So there had been another ship allied with the Pilgrims, Neandra says, that had paid a brief visit. But that has gone, so you don't know where those occupants have gone. The Night Hand, who was a secret agent of the Nazarene ship, speaks of an old one. He's arrested, obviously. He is absolutely committed to the cause. He explains that he let me just find everybody's names. So he is Alam Shahood, who you had met in Kura, the rabble rouser there, who'd been doing the rabble rousing here as well. He had also been, though, effectively the captain of the other ship. And he explained that he had with him somebody that he called masters of the sacrifice, of the Nazareem sacrifice. Somebody called Rahan had gone with him to look at the tear in space.
Always two there are. One master and one apprentice.
Yeah, well, two masters, indeed, is the way it's described.
Wow.
But piecing it together, you think Rahan and Nuaya.
No.
No, not Noor. Nuaya, who were awakened on Oedicon, have since left on another vessel. But it was Rahan who had the power to make the vessel that oh, fuck it. Can't remember everyone's names. The other chap was piloting, invisible to people's senses.
Amazing. Well, thank you very much, Matthew.
Well,
See
thank you,
guys
Habima, for turning up.
you.
in the new year.
And yes, we will continue this new year. You won't, John, is that right?
No, Havima will take a break and then maybe returning at a later point. Although I understand that this next act is not a set of mini missions, but one.
Yes. Well, there may be an opportunity to return later on. So again, it's an adventure with 3 acts in it. Each act is effectively an adventure on its own. So I'm predicting it'll take the next 18 weeks. And
at this rate of play. And then, some sort of either taking a break or making stuff up before part 3 comes.
No. Book 3 comes out within 18 weeks. It's guaranteed. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, well, you go have words with Thomas and Nils and
well,
everyone
particularly
else.
Ricard. I'm just wondering whether Ricard needs
yes.
any playtesters.
Yes. We'll give the plot of the book away. Yes.
Yeah. We'll
Before it's released. Yes.
That's a great idea.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good
But
night.
we've got 18 weeks. That's the best part of a year, the way we play. So
Yeah, that'll be like 2 years with us, won't it? Probably.
no. I think 18 weeks should give even our party time to do things. So let's say goodbye to our viewers and end the
Bye.
podcast.
Good
Cheers.
night.